Hey, Heather.
Hey, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. I happened to come across this, just ironically this morning, and like, that's heat. I am.
Yeah, I've been having a blast with this because it gives you something to do, but I also love exercise. So, what better way than to share it with your friends?
Yeah, that's awesome. How are you doing this every so often?
Well, this is my third weekend doing it, and then I think I have a little bit of a break, and then I'll be doing it possibly again. So I can definitely let you know if I'll do it again in the future.
Yeah, I love that. Don't mind me.
I can see you.
Welcome.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Can y'all see me in the shot good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Hopefully you won't hear my stomach growl. If you do, just know I'm just a little hungry.
Sorry, I'm just turning up the volume. All right. Let me get started, and I'll give it about 2 more minutes.
Okay.
So, how's everyone today?
I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm doing good. I was telling Heather I just came across this morning, and I wish that I had known sooner.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. All right. All right. I'll do my introduction, and then I'm going to hand it over to Heather. So, welcome all to STROLO-University. So, STROLO-U was created at the start of the COVID pandemic as a way to offer both physical and mental activities and classes to help benefit the cystic fibrosis community through the difficult months while society isolated at home. The CFLF expanded this program with a new spring and fall semester this year, adding brand new classes and incorporating more educational and informative classes to the mix. The CFLF would like to thank all of the individual supporters and the STROLO-U instructors for their participation in making STROLO-University a positive resource and experience for people with CF. We hope you enjoyed today's class, and please keep checking our website for more classes. And the website is cflf.org/strolo-u. We change the schedule every 2 weeks, so keep checking back. And also, we would like to give a shout out to our, what is it?
Sponsors.
Yes, thank you. To our sponsors. So Chiesi, Viatris, and Nestle Health Science. Thank you for supporting us. All right, so I'm going to hand it over to Heather. And thank you, Heather, for teaching us today.
Thank you. So for anyone new, I'm Heather McCoy. I'm almost 29 with CF, and I'm a year out from my second double lung transplant. So I like to make exercise not only approachable, but fun for people like us. And I got inspired to get into exercise and pursue a degree in it during my first transplant. So at any point in time, if my internet is a little patchy and I kind of fade out, just ask me to repeat it. Our internet's been a little crazy lately. And at any point in time as well, if something is painful, please stop. The exercises should not be painful. You should feel it. If there's something that you cannot do, of course, just sit it out and do what you can. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, just interrupt me. I don't mind. All right, so first we're going to do a little bit of warm up. And this is really simple leg exercise. If you need to balance using a wall, absolutely do that. You're just going to take that leg and kind of cross it over to that other one. And you can kind of do this stretch as long as you want. You kind of allow just about 5 seconds. And do that on each side. It's kind of a good balancing exercise as well. All right, and then next we're going to do some knee holds, just because we're going to be using those legs today. And the same thing, you can just do them for about 5 seconds. It doesn't have to be anything for an extended period of time. All right, now we're just going to do what's called an arm circle. You don't have to do these fast. Just kind of get those arms moving there. You can do about 6 of those on each side. All right. And then the next one we're going to do is just kind of getting those stretches going, kind of leaning to the side there. You can just kind of do about 3 of those on each side. You may feel that all the way down your leg and your back. All right, the next one is you're just going to lift those shoulders up, hold it for about 3 seconds, and relax them. And we'll do about 4 of those. All right. All right, so this is 2 ways you can do this. This is a wall push-up. If you want to do the traditional way of doing a push-up, you can. The wall push-up, and if you don't want to use a wall, you don't have to use a wall. It's really simple. You're just pushing as if you were doing a push-up, but you're just using that arm motion and going forward. And if you can't see me at any time, just let me know. But you're just going to keep pushing forward there. All right. Really simple one to start it off. All right. Now, I love this exercise. This is called a kickback. If you were in my previous class, we did these, I believe, last week. And it's just you bring, if you want to extend that motion, you can go up higher, but It's not necessary. You just bring that leg back as if you're kicking something behind you. Do about 8 of those on each side. And you don't have to get fast with it or anything like that. A lot of times people think that, going through exercises really fast is a great way to save time, but the rule is you really want to do all exercises pretty slow. All right. And if you have a band, great. If you do not have a band or dumbbells, do not worry about it. You can use anything. You don't even have to use equipment to still be able to do the movements. So this is the bow and arrow. This is one of my favorite arm exercises. You're gonna take one at your left hand, or if you're, right hand or whatever. We're doing both sides here, so it really wouldn't matter. You're gonna put that hand right kind of in line with your hip. You're gonna extend that other arm out. Not so much that you would pop your band, but just to be able to get that stretch in there. You're just going to take that arm, that as if you're shooting that bow. All right, next side. Two more here. All right. Still using your band. If you don't have the band, again, you can still do this exercise. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can do it standing up, or if you would like to lie down and do it that way, you can as well. This is the leg extension. You're going to take that band and wrap it under your foot. And you're just going to try to get that leg out in front of you. And this kind of works your hamstrings. You're just going to try to get that leg out in front. If you do not have a band and you just want to sit in a chair and do this motion with your leg, that's perfectly okay. All right, next side. If you have kind of tight hamstrings, you'll definitely start to feel that. Two more here. All right. So now let's do a little bit of balancing. And if you need to hold on to something, by all means, hold on, don't fall. We're just going to do a simple balance, taking that leg and just holding it against the other. Hold it for about 15 seconds if you can. All right. Other side. Now this is another band exercise, and if you don't have a band, you can still do the motion. This is a chest stretch. You're just going to take your band and pull and stretch those chest muscles. This is a great exercise for anyone with CF because it expands those chest muscles out. If you don't have a band and you want to do it, the same thing, you just do that same motion. And you can hold it for about 5 seconds. Two more of these. Same thing if you have your band. If you don't have your band, you can still do this one. You'll put that band around your waist, and you're just going to pull it out directly in front of you. Hold it for about 3 seconds with each pull. All right. Now we're going to do some high knees, which if you want to get really fancy, as you progress, you can get higher, but it's not necessary. High knees are it's almost like a march in place, but you're going to try to get those knees up at least probably to your chest level, and just kind of march in place. Sometimes you'll see people when they do these, they may try to like leap, but you can still get the effect of going slow. This is also a great exercise if you're somewhere and you don't have equipment or not a lot of time to do anything. You can do these and it gets your heart rate going, and it's using those core leg muscles. Two more here. All right. Give you just a second and kind of relax those leg muscles a minute. All right, now we're going to do what's called the Superman. Last time I did it on the floor. You can lie down if you would like, or if you would like to do it standing up. Basically, it's an extended stretch of the whole body. So you're just lifting up, kind of leaning back a little bit so that you can feel it all the way down that stretch. And just kind of lean back. If you're lying on the floor, you'll just lie completely flat and just do a stretch. We'll do 1, 2, 3. All right. So if you have dumbbells or salt and pepper shakers or a soup can or anything, if you don't have anything that can suffice as a placement for a dumbbell, you can just do the movements. That's totally fine. So we're just going to do a little bit of a bicep curl. And we're going to mix it up on the second set. We're going to mix it up a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to do a bicep, easy bicep curl. Let's do a minute. Now on the second round here, instead of just doing this motion, we're going to come up and then we're going to switch and do it this way. So we're going to go up and switch. Up and switch. One more here. All right. Now, if you want to do this sitting down, you can, or you can get on the, I'm gonna try to get on the floor here. We're gonna do some crutches. Sometimes people do weighted crutches, which is okay, but for this purpose, we don't have to do a weighted crutch. We're gonna sit down, and how we're gonna do this one is we're just taking our arms and almost as if we're trying to meet our legs, except we're not touching our legs. And this is a little awkward position I'm in here, but you're gonna reach over, making sure you're bending to do that crutch motion and just kind of try to meet the legs. And sometimes if you're in the chair, instead of, extending down, you could just kind of arch your body to meet. Sometimes people do like an over the head crutch, and you can do that one as well, whichever position is more comfortable for you. And of course, this works all of those core muscles, and it's a famous position if you want to try to get abs. All right, we don't have to do too many of those. All right. Now we're going to grab our dumbbells again. And we're just going to try to, you can do it standing up or sitting down. We're just going to do two different types of punches. One is going to be as if we're actually like boxing. But the first one we're going to do is just pushing it out forward and back. Relax a minute. And again. All right, and the next one we're going to do is, like I said, about acting like you're boxing. And you don't have to do it fast or anything. You can just do it slow. You're just going to extend out and back, extend out and back. If you don't have dumbbells, you can just act like you're still punching. Okay. 5 seconds there to rest. We'll do it one more time. All right. All right, last one. All right, you can relax your arms. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a sit-up, simple sit-up, nothing too difficult about this one. And you can, if you're in a chair, you could probably maneuver it, but you're just gonna try to sit your body and bring it up. And if you have to hold on to something in order to do that, that's okay. We're not going to do too many of these. This is just a good exercise, especially for transplant patients that have to worry about pulling themselves up out of bed. We'll do about 2 more of these. All right. Now the next one is we're going to grab those dumbbells again. If you wonder why I kind of jump around this, because you kind of want to give your muscle group areas time to kind of relax without repetitive things one after the other for certain groups. It helps prevent kind of what's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle syndrome. So this is also known as the lateral raise, but I like to call it the butterfly. So if you don't have dumbbells, you can still extend your arms out. So you're just going to put them down by your side and bring them up, spreading those wings. And relax a second. Right. One more time. All right, the next one we're going to do, if you don't have a dumbbell, you can still just kind of pulse your hand. You're going to have, it's called the pulse. And what you're going to do is you're still going to bring them up. You're going to kind of like flutter a little bit, still known as the butterfly, but you're going to kind of just get those wings moving. And that is known as the pulse. And you should start to really feel it all in your shoulder, all the way down your arm, because those muscles there are trying to support the not only the movement, but the weight that you're putting on it. You don't have to hold it long. You can kind of do it for about 3 to 4 seconds and then relax. All right. The next one we can do is the dumbbell floor press. If you want to do it in a chair, you can. but you're just gonna reach those dumbbells above you and come down. You can do this one pretty much standing up, sitting in a chair, lying down. Main thing is just to get those dumbbells above you. One more set of 5. Right. Next band exercise is, again, working those legs. If you don't have one that loops, that's okay. You can still just tie a knot in it. You're just going to tie that around your legs. And then all you're going to do is we're going to kind of do a lateral walk here. And you should feel, I won't be able to walk as much because I'll walk out of the frame. So where you are, you can definitely walk more to one side. And if you have a band, depending on the level of resistance on your band, depends on how much resistance will be on your legs. So some of those bands can really make it feel pretty snug, but you can also get the effects of this doing no band. Now we're going to grab our dumbbells one more time. And after this one, I should be done with the dumbbells. And this is the chest fly. Now, if you don't have dumbbells, you can still do that motion to bring it in. So you're just gonna, you can do this lying down or sitting in a chair or standing. You're just gonna bring those dumbbells together, almost touching, but not touching, and then bring them back out. Just a second. Four more here. All right. All right, now what we're going to do is one, again with the band, but if you don't have one, you can still do this motion. You can do it sitting in a chair or standing. Maybe a little more difficult standing, but we're going to do a row. So as you know, rows, when you're doing a row, you pull back, and that is the motion that you're going to do. You want to do it with the band, kind of like we did with the leg extension, with the band underneath your bottom of your foot. You can pull it back. And it doesn't really matter too much as long as you're getting, you know, that rowing movement. If you're using your legs, you can switch to the other side and do the same motion. If you're using both of the band under both of the bottom of your feet, that's okay too. All right. The next one, we'll give you a break from the bands and the dumbbells. And we're just gonna sit down and you're just going to take your legs and act as if you're replicating a biking motion, like you cannot see me, let me know, but you're basically gonna act like you're pedaling a bike. All right, take a second to breathe there. Okay, let's do about 30 more seconds. All right. Next one you can do still lying on the floor. And you're just gonna bring those legs up and act as if you're pushing with both feet, pushing out something. It's kind of a motion of a leg press, what you would do with the leg press machine. All right. You can sit up, take a breather. Now the next one, you don't have to use anything. If you have a exercise ball, you can use that, but you definitely don't have to have one. You're just going to act as if you're passing a ball off. Really simple exercise here. Other side. Okay. And we're just kind of trying to wind down a little bit after all that strenuous stuff. And we're just gonna do a good little stretch here with our chest. So you can, if you have a band, you can use it. If not, you can just use your, extending your arms out. But you're gonna act as if something's behind you just kind of stretch those muscles out, kind of like the chest stretch a few seconds ago, but this is towards the back of your shoulders. Release. Release it. All right. Give just a second to kind of catch your breath. The next one is one that I really like to do as far as the diaphragmatic breathing. And it's just extending those arms up. Just kind of taking in a big, deep breath, as big as you can, and just slowly letting yourself relax. You should start to feel your heart rate coming down some. A couple more of these. Another one is you can do this lying down, but you can do it sitting in a chair or standing. You're just gonna take those two hands there, kind of lie them against your belly there. And you should be able to just feel the movement of those breaths coming in and out, inhaling and exhaling. You're just gonna take a second there and just focus on those breaths and just inhaling slowly and exhaling slowly. And you should just kind of get calm and your breathing return to normal. So we'll do a few of these. Really focus on the breaths coming in and out as you feel it against your hands. Few more seconds. A lot of times you can use this for if your breathing is really labored, or if you're just having anxiety, you can just kind of focus, and sometimes you can imagine being somewhere, your favorite place. And I used to do that all the time when I was in the hospital, thinking of somewhere else I'd like to be. About 10 more seconds. All right, and the last thing I'm going to have you do is just kind of take your breath in, exhale, and we're just going to kind of do one last little stretch, kind of inhaling, filling those lungs up as much as you can, and just relaxing and coming back. The reason I'm having you stretch while you're doing this is to really feel those lungs filling up as you're inhaling and exhaling. A lot of times when we're sitting down, we kind of, crouch over. A lot of CF patients have trouble with that crouching over. So I'm having you do that on purpose so that you can feel when you're straight up. You can really feel those breaths. And it's good to good to realize that, because a lot of us don't realize a lot of the times that we're so used to crouching down all these years with CF that when we finally feel that, breath coming in, it makes your mind actually signal towards, okay, well, I feel a little bit better air-wise when I'm standing up, so it helps your posture a little bit. All right. I think that's it for today. How's everybody feeling?
Good, thank you. It was a good arm workout.
Hope I didn't make your body too sore. I mean, you might feel it tomorrow, but I try to make it fun.
I have a question. I see Tiffany, Anthony, and Jennifer McDaniel. Is this a family party or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, we're all related.
That was really nice, Heather, that it was kind of like it wasn't too fast.
Mhm.
So I liked that we could kind of do it in like more of a slow motion. But then I feel like maybe I was able to do more than I would have.
Yeah. Over the years, I know like a lot of people, when I was going through rehab, especially, I thought, oh, well, you always wanted to get through fast so you could go home. But as I've, been in exercise so long, when I was, getting my degree, they drilled it into us like, you don't have to go fast. And, you're able to do more when you do slow, but it's also a little more effective because, you're not risking the injury of, burning those muscles out really quickly. So, I try to, be mindful of that with other people, especially because everybody, is at a different level that they can do. And so I want everyone to be able to do the exercises.
Yeah, I had also just put in the chat that I fell and broke my humerus bone and like my upper my upper left arm at the end of the year. And so it's still healing. So I'm finally out of my brace, but I just had to make a few modifications or only do things with like this arm because I had tried to get back into doing arm stuff last week and then I hurt myself a little bit. So I just have to
I'm glad that you were able to do some stuff though, because
yeah, for sure. Now it's so much easier, than it was before. And like, I know what I can, like what my limits are as to how much I can push myself versus not. And then like my physical therapist wants me to do like specific exercises. So like for things that I couldn't do that you were doing, I was like putting in one of the exercises that she told me to do. So I've become, they call me the modifying queen because I didn't stop exercising the last couple months. But I just...
Because aren't you probably had...
So yeah, it's really, really painful. I've never broken a bone before, and I did myself real good on this one. But yeah, so it's definitely, it's good. It's moving in the right direction.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but thank you for doing that class with us today.
I think it cut out a little bit, but yeah. I'm glad you were able to do, because I know that once you break something, it seems like it takes forever to fully get that range of motion back. And, with it being so recent, is, amazing that you're able to do what you can. And I think with CF, we learn to modify so much that, when we break something, it's annoying more than it is anything. But, being able to, build back up. I mean, there's things, I broke my arm twice when I was younger, and it just seemed like forever to, get full range of motion back. But, I think being persistent with your own physical therapy really helps.
Right. And thankfully my range of motion is like really good. and like where my physical therapist wants it to be. It's more so now we're trying to build like the strengthening part of it, because like it's without holding a weight in my broken arm, it feels like you're holding a 10-pound weight. So but yeah, I tried to stay as active as I could with beam, like throughout the whole time, even when it was like strapped to my chest. I would, but like it's just it's hard, but it's a work in progress. So thanks for pushing us slowly today.
No problem. I'm glad you were able to join, and
Of
it
course.
was good to see you today.
I know it's good to see you too. I feel honored that I got to take an exercise class with you.
Awesome.
It's my pleasure. It's an honor to be able to do this. I'm having an absolute blast, and I'll have to get my creative cap on to keep y'all entertained.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know when you're doing it again.
Actually,
Is it May 7th, Tiffany?
yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have you do one more class May 2nd, then it's gonna switch over to the Pilates classes. So yes, next week you will be teaching again.
Okay.
So, same time, same place.
Okay, perfect.
The May 2nd.
I won't be there for May 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think I have anything then, so I should I'll be here.
Awesome.
I do appreciate all the classes that you've done,
All
Heather.
right. Sounds good. It's my pleasure. I'm so glad y'all are able to join and that you enjoy it, because that's my mission, is just not to get people moving, but to enjoy it, because I feel like with exercise, when it becomes something you don't want to do and enjoy, that makes your brain kind of say, oh, I don't want to do that. So, exercise for me, I just have a motto of it should be enjoyable.
Yeah.
And so that's what I try to bring. And it's just been an absolute honor and privilege to, jump aboard to this. And yeah, I'm excited for the future classes.
Awesome. Yeah. And just so everybody knows, we will be having the fall semester coming up. I'm working on the schedule now, so hopefully we will have Heather then also. So definitely look out for that. We'll be receiving emails and stuff like that. And yeah, so if you want to sign up for her class for next week, you go onto that same website, look up her class and sign up that way, and check out some of the other classes too. There's a lot of different things that we have going on, trying to, mix it up a bit. So just wanted to, give me 1 second. Want to give another thank you to our supporters, our sponsors. Thank you for your donations and your support and help. And thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I hope everyone has a great day. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday.
All right, everybody have a good day.
You too. Thanks, Heather.
You too.
It's nice seeing
Bye,
you
guys.
again.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.